So, it's been a while, and long story short, I now have a house with a garden, and according to my girlfriend, it's in need of some garden furniture. And she said, right, I'll do a deal with you. If I buy the garden tools, or if I buy the tools, the saws, the drills, you get the wood, will you build me some garden furniture? And I said, yes. So, here we go. She wants an L-shaped garden sofa. We've got a load of pallets that we got from some friends, and a load of wood to build the frame there. That was £4 a length, and there's 18, so it's about 80 quid's worth, I think, of wood. Yeah, I thought I'd document it for you. So if you guys want to make some garden furniture out of pallets, but you don't want it to look like you're sitting on pallets, well, we'll see how this goes. So here we go. I've made some rough plans. So me and my girlfriend went out onto our little decking area, and we sketched out like what the length we wanted it to be, what height we wanted the back of it to be, what height we wanted the seat, how deep we wanted the seat itself to actually be. And I made a little bit more in detail sketch of everything, but I got to a point where I know how long it needs to be, how tall it wants to be, but the actual like skeleton, the carcass of the thing itself, I tried to figure out. And do you know what? I was just getting too bored and I was getting headaches. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to start chopping bits up and see where we get to. So I'm going to start measuring out the longest bits of wood that I need first, that are down here on the floor. Start with the longest bits, and then that way all of the shorter bits I can make up from all the offcuts from the bigger bits. Let's see how we go. Cool, so that is all the bits that I think that I need, all cut to the right size using my own Glad logic, using my trusty saw. And let me just show you. This is what I've got left over. So out of, I think it's 17 pieces I've bought, my working out was very close to needing more wood. But hopefully I've got enough. Just now to start screwing together. So I've got all the pieces of wood cut. I've started to make the bottom frames, but unfortunately I ran out of screws, and it took me ages to go downtown because it was really busy and get them. So I bought 3 packs of 75mm screws. It's 40 in a pack, £2.50, bargain. Hopefully I won't run out of screws next time. But yeah, we'll pick up tomorrow, hopefully, after my work. Right, it is a day or two later. I've got one side, the longer side of the L sofa built. I'm going to start on the smaller side today, like just make it kind of in the square shape. And then after that, I'll build the backs. Then I'll take them out on the patio, get them drilled together, and then I'll start cladding it. The only problem, well, not problem I've come across, but not making a mistake, I couldn't afford to get a mitre drill. You know the drills where they go, where it's fixed in a fixed position. Obviously I've got that hand saw. It means that I've not necessarily cut everything to the perfect right angle. If I was building furniture for the house, might be a bit of a problem because it might be a bit squint, but because it's outdoor furniture, I'm not actually that bothered. But that's the only thing I've come across. I'm like, would have been better if I had that. But the mitre saws were a wee bit more expensive, about £80 more. So swings and roundabouts. Cool, so that's the frame built. What I need to do is screw the back on, then put the top on and then clad it. Cool, so I'm now using my trusty saw to cut up these pallets rather than pry them off with a crowbar, because I tried to do that and the wood just started splitting. So cutting them all, hopefully I still have enough length, and then I'm going to use this trusty square to level off the edges because I'm not cutting these very straight. Yeah, and then it's on to cladding because the frame's built. Exciting times. Finally got another day of work, so taking the bits of wood that I've cut up and I'm finding the bits of the right length for each section. I'm going to screw them on, and then I'm just going to run the saw along the top to cut a nice straight line. Hopefully this will go quite quickly. Hopefully. Cool, so I screwed the bottom part, oh, you can see. What am I doing? I screwed the bottom part of the bench down with screws rather than nails. I did buy a nail gun, but it was a cheap one, and I can only fit up to 20cm brad nails, and they aren't quite long enough. And also I thought if I use screws, they will hold it better, and also I bought a load of these ones by accident. So it's all screwed down, and what I've done is I've gone along with the spirit level just to like mark off where I want to just cut off the top here to make it nice and smooth and level, so when I do the top level it fits all perfectly. Cool, so there we go. Cut it all nice and neat and square, and I set the depth on my saw so it would not cut through the actual skeleton of the frame. It's starting to look like the finished article. I've got the top side complete, well, top side, bottom side, just need to do the back side, and then this corner section here, and then we will be complete. It's looking good. So that is the bottom half of this garden L-shaped sofa built. I've got the top and sides cladded. All I need to do is clad the back, and what I'm doing for that I would quickly show you. So I've screwed some wood on the back here, so when I go to screw the back on, obviously I can screw on the top, but I can also screw on the bottom here. But for some bits I haven't got enough nice bits of wood, so what the plan is that I will do what I've done here, but if I've got a bit of wood that I'm not too confident with, what I'll do is I've got loads of these offcuts, and I'll also screw them on here and maybe halfway along, just to give it a wee bit more support with some long screws so it doesn't crack when people put their weight on it. We are very nearly there. I've done the side bits and I drew a line across the top and just sawed all the way along. And now all I've got to do is I've got to put these end bits on, clad the top, screw these two sections together because they are not screwed in yet, and then give it a protective layer of something. And then I'll show you the finished article. And there we go, it's all finished. All lovely, just lovely. I am about to seal it with this. If I don't like the way it looks, then I won't put that clip in. But if you've liked this video, like and subscribe. I'm going to do another DIY video straight after this one, so watch out for that one, and I hope you've enjoyed. So I bought this stain, it's light oak stain. Meant to do 2 coats, but I've run out of the stain, and it's £20 a tin, so it's only getting 1 coat. But in true Scottish fashion, it's now raining, so hopefully it doesn't wash away. But there we go, it's finished. There you are, it's all painted, all completely finished. Oh, and thanks for watching.